she don't ski, splash. Think about posting up on the ground, man, delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Think about posting up on the ground, man, delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers.
Ice the game, had to ice the game. So much ice, too much, had to ice the lane. Freeze the dust, freeze, had to freeze the lane. Freeze, camera phone, turn your lights off. We been on. Came from my block and growed up, guess I'm homegrown, well known. That is my cologne. I put my wrist inside the freezer, came out froze. Ice. I put my heart inside, cause I was chose. I put my heart inside and only God knows. Yeah, the clinics, but that baby wipe this nose. I wipe this nose. What's a leg with till they explode?
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash, shots and goals. Tax. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground, man, delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Think about posting up on the ground, man, delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers.
Break with the stars out. Not a board the house. Get deported out. Moved out for a shot. Marvin the Martian. I'ma put your brain up an auction. Proceed with caution. Skeleton AP is frosted. I sit back and read the offense. Was it did it the faucets? Chanel bag is ostrich. Stay down, come up in the process. Private jet, yeah. The same diamond milk, yeah. I'ma keep the on welfare. The pink stone real. Bling bling loud, yeah. Mama got style, yeah. Chanel reptile player. On Mars, gotta get the grace of the God. 3 rock stars, nobody seeing the gang on guard. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash, shots and goals. Tax. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground, man, delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Think about posting up on the ground, man, delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers.
Victory, gold on my neck, Mississippi. Victory, zombie gang rapping that NYC. Victory, ice on my neck like I'm Little Weak. We run like a Pericles. It's on earth, but it's where I be.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already dead. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the G.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter. The cameras more numerous. I don't know. There's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. Now Leonard Fournette, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire state?
done seen the best of them, jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape up and down the interstate. Yeah, we really touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had six phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
I done seen the best of them, jammed up. 25 to life, can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking from talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face, I place my like a drive-through. Feeling, you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them, jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
Too many to handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them $20 flips. I'm going by myself when it's time to up.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Janikowski good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, Lee to throw. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success. Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Play action, it's Lee. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Lee out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson dumps that off to Penny, his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Jamar Taylor will be credited with a tackle. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team. Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do. It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. They keep it with Fournette on first down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving. Here's Lee on 1st and 10. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
Gone, 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 gone.
Mixon with a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go!
From the shotgun, here's Lee. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong.
Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football.
19.
I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's 2 sacks for him already in this first quarter of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
19.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Detroit!
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
A handoff to Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Right back to him on 1st down. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Got it. There.
Now Wilson on second down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
That's it, baby. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, Lee. And that's incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
On third down, Nixon, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on fourth down. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And an alley to run. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Running right through it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
14.
A handoff to Penny. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1. Penny will try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. McCaffrey. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Lee now. Going to throw again. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lee. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Jaguars on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney.
Operating from the gun, Lee. And he's going to go down again. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Returnable for Lockett. Good move at the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
14.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. So we've come upon halftime here in Super Bowl 53. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
Leopard! Leopard!
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Fournette. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lee looking to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Earl Thomas in on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 4th down, Lee. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19!
They'll run with Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Lee now on second down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9. And just like that, it's third down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be fourth down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down.
Gone, 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 gone.
Here's Lee to throw. Being chased out left. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. It's the fullback from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
19.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
Tempo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Thomas. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Lee. Off play action. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue landing!
Lee to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now let's go!
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, Wilson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And down inside the 15 he goes. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football, and then I'm sure his only thought...
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch.
Right,
and that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This is Fournette, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's Lee on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston. Now this one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's fourth down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they decline the penalty. Yeah, that seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
In the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body. Say the man got me. Can you hear me now? 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 All in my system, been the one I'm kissing. Why might extensions out of look like expeditions on? Man, it's too loud. Hit me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama,
trust all these steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay.
I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking